Just to follow up on that breathing post I put up about a week ago. Got a lot of questions on that post around some struggles with breathing. 90% of breathing issues are related to one of two things. It's either survival breathing, in other words, we're not used to the pattern of breathing that we need to do in the pool, rotation. So I'll go through those one at a time. Survival breathing is because above ground we tend to breathe evenly, same number of seconds out as in, and it's a straight pattern of in, out, in, out. When you get into the water, suddenly that's constrained. So we spend more time with our face in the water not being able to breathe, and then we've got a split second to actually get air in. And that becomes, for new people to swimming, becomes very uncomfortable because they feel they're being starved of air because of that wanting to breathe but not being able to until they get their mouth out the water. How do we change that? You've got to be relaxed, not be farting breathing. Never hold your breath. You want to be breathing out slowly all the time while your face is in the water. And then when you actually turn to go get your breath, it's a little puff and then a sip in. How do we get comfortable with that? For new swimmers, I'll go through a little exercise called the mushroom float. It helps you get comfortable with your face in the water and not having to get a breath. So what the mushroom float is what you want to do is you have a nice relaxed belly. You want to take about 80% breath. So you don't want to try to get as much, like hyperventilating, get as much air as possible. You just want to get a nice deep breath, a nice relaxed belly, so your lungs actually move down into the soft tissue. You get a fair bit of air in your stomach. You then go into mushroom position, holding your knees in the water. A little bit of your back will be exposed. So hold your breath just for a second or so till you feel yourself floating on the surface because of the buoyancy of your lungs. Then I want you to blow out very slowly through your nose. So the water's going plop. Not a stream of bubbles, not trying to get rid of all your air, a nice plop. And just stay there, nice and relaxed, plop, plop, until you feel yourself starting to sink. Or you literally just need to actually go get air. And do that a few times. You'll get more comfortable with being relaxed, face in the water, relaxing your body while not having to go get breath all the time. Right? Do that a few times, and then do a few lengths, maybe 25 meter or 50 meter pool, where you're really focusing on while you're swimming nice and slowly, breathing out, plop, plop, as you're swimming, and then as you go to turn to air, a little bit of a puff, just to empty a little bit more of your lungs, and then sipping the air, and then you turn back nice and slowly and relax. Focus on relaxing, getting used to the pattern of slow breathing. So that little exercise, don't underestimate that mushroom float if you're a survival breather. It really does sound simple. It sounds silly, so to get into the pool floating. It really does work. The second one is rotation. A lot of people do not have sufficient rotation. When they go to breathe air, they really have to turn their neck. It's quite a struggle to actually get air. It's quite forceful. Again, that starts implementing that fight or flight response of having to actually really exert yourself to get air. Normally, it's because you're not finishing a stroke, right? What I see is people finishing their stroke here instead of down here. That really cuts down their stroke. They're actually finishing not enough rotation. What I need people to do is actually finish the stroke at the back, really push forward with their fingers so they can actually get more rotation and finish the rotation. Keeps pushing, even when you're recovering your arms, you're still pushing forward. It gives you enough rotation to actually just, your neck follows your shoulders. You just have to do a little turn to get air. So a lot of people just finish their stroke there. You can see my shoulders, not a lot of angle to them. If I finish my stroke there and push there, you can see my shoulders now rotated, right? When I'm normally swimming, my shoulders are full rotating around my head. I haven't turned my neck, and then I'll finish my stroke there. My head goes with my shoulders. I haven't actually turned my neck yet. It's just a little turn to get air. You can use the pop arm mouth once you get it refined. The pop arm mouth, you close this side, open that side, and you can sip the air. It's more refined with practice. But if you can't do the pop arm mouth yet, you need to return. You've got to be pushing this arm forward, particularly the shoulder blade. Push your arm, you're going to be flat. It constrains you. Push your shoulder blade forward. You get that reach, get that nice open shoulder. You can simply just turn your head a little bit and get air. Those are the two factors. One, survival breathing is going to stop you. You're going to get into packet. You're going to start hyperventilating. You're going to get fight or flight. You're going to get puffed. You're not getting enough rotation. It becomes very difficult. You get a stiff neck. Again, fight or flight starts kicking in because you really have to contort to get air. Finish your stroke. Be relaxed with your breathing. Belly breathe. That's the